Natural disasters didn't just slam you, they slammed insurance companies too last year, from hurricanes to tornadoes, even earthquakes causing damage. There were some $35 billion in insured losses last year alone. That's according to the Insurance Information Institute. Because of this, many analysts say you're going to pay more for your homeowners insurance. My next guest says now's the time to be proactive in finding ways to save. Bob Rusbuldt is the CEO of the Independent Insurance Agents and Brokers of America. Bob, welcome to the show.
Good to be with you.
All right, so look, I know there are a lot of natural disasters, the largest of those not in this country, obviously, but tell me why I'm going to pay more next year.
Well, as you mentioned, there's been $35 billion in insured losses in the country in 2011. That's the fourth record year in a row of insured losses in the United States. But globally, we've seen $108 billion in insured losses in 2011. As you mentioned, earthquakes and tsunamis in Japan, earthquakes in New Zealand, et cetera.
How much are premiums going to go up?
Well, the average premium in 2008 was around $791. Last year it was about $807. And the Insurance Information Institute is estimating that the average premium for 2012 will be about $840.
Well, let me interrupt you there for just a second, because they go up every year, it looks like. I'm paying more for my homeowner's insurance every single year. True, you did have a lot of disasters to pay for last year, but it seems like they go up whether you have a lot of disasters to pay for or not. How much more can I expect to pay in 2012?
Well, as I was saying, the current average premium right now is about $807. They predict the current average premium will be approximately about $840
for 2012?
2012. For 2012,
oh,
correct.
Okay.
So
we had that as a 2011 number. I didn't realize it was a forecast. Okay.
Well, it's an estimated number that people are putting out there. Of course, it could be a $5 increase, and it varies by region tremendously. Those in hurricane-prone areas are obviously going to pay more than those that are in safer, less risky areas. So
yeah, not everybody pays the same thing across the country, obviously. And you've got some ideas for ways to save on your insurance, and you really can save money on your insurance. One thing you can do is get rid of the coverage you really don't need. You also say check for discounts. What kinds of discounts are there out there?
Well, Jerry, we did a study in 2009, Trusted Choice Independent Insurance Agent. It showed that 34% of consumers are not using credits and discounts that they can get right now. So consumers are leaving a lot of money on the table. For instance, if you don't package your policies together, if you have auto, homeowners, and umbrella in separate policies, put them all together. You can usually save 10% on your premium. If you have a $300,000 or $400,000 house and you have a $250 deductible, that doesn't make any financial sense. Look at a $1,000 deductible. Your premiums will come down.
All right.
If you live in a gated community, or if you've put in a security system in your house, you will get deductions for that off of your premiums.
Yeah, it really pays to check these things out, because there are tons of ways to save money like that. You also say consider a high deductible. And what I did not understand, avoid credit life insurance. What is that?
Credit life insurance is a consumer ripoff, in our opinion, pure and simple. Why would you buy credit life insurance on one asset rather than getting a good life insurance company that pays your beneficiaries? Credit life insurance pays off the credit card company if something happens to you in your life. So get a good life insurance policy, pay your beneficiaries, let them make those financial decisions for the future rather than paying off a credit card. So
that's a good point. I like that. Okay.
It is a ripoff.
Well, quickly, we have one more point to cover here. We consider high-tech insurance. What's high-tech insurance?
Well, a lot of people don't understand if they buy a couple of laptops for their home use, for their kids, their spouse, if they have a desktop at their house and they have some nice TVs, et cetera, they will go out and buy extra coverage for that. You don't need it. It's covered under your homeowner's policy. The only caveat is if you run a home business or you're an independent contractor, then you need a separate business policy. But if it's for personal use, don't buy that extra coverage.
All right. Well, great. Those last two tips in particular, really helpful, Bob. Thank you so much for your help today. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.